So we are making a few changes for a couple of reasons. Number one, what's number one? Making a few changes for a couple of reasons. Number one, what's number one?
So our toilet, our Nature's Head toilet,
our Nature's Head toilet, we ordered it like 6 weeks ago and it's stuck somewhere because of COVID and all of the...
I think it got pulled out by customs in America, and then that container then missed the ship. Yeah.
And then all these other things, and it's still stuck and it's not going to be here for ages, and so we've been offered a refund. Here in New Zealand, that Nature's Head toilet was $1,950. That is pricey for a dunny. So,
but we heard they were that good.
Well, we did. We heard they were that good and we're like, right, that's what we're going to go for. But then, since then, I have watched so many YouTube videos of people converting buses, and I have found people that have made their own for under $200. And now that we've been offered the refund, we have decided we're going to take the refund and we're going to build our own composting toilet for way cheaper, save ourselves almost $2,000 because due to COVID and everything, prices of our bus build are just creeping on up. But because we're changing to build our own, we no longer can have a wet bath. We were planning on having a full wet bath here, but to build our own, we now need a separate toilet and shower. So we've just spent the last 20 minutes figuring out measurements and measuring Bevan, turning and everything, measuring him sitting on a toilet to make sure we actually have the space here to do separate toilet and shower, and we think that we've figured it out. Bevan just needs to move some of the panel. He's already taken one off. He's moving some of the paneling around for our wiring and everything. So we're now going to have a built-out composting toilet built by Bevan here, and then a separate shower here.
So we're originally going to go 1200 internal wide, well, length shower toilet, and then it would have been about 750 wide, but now we're cutting our shower down to 750 by 750 to then make a toilet inside measurement of 650 millimeters.
And we'll build up the toilet onto the wheel well.
And then we'll be able to then put the stink pipe from it down out the bottom before the wheel well.
So we don't have any stankies.
And the only thing we lose is where we're going to put our TV. We're going to have a little spot for the duvet, we're in New Zealand, duvet, to tuck down behind the wall.
And we were going to have recessed shelving.
Yeah, which we'll just do away with, yeah.
But now we will just swap. Bevan will sleep on this side and I'll sleep on this side, so he's got the extra room at the base, because he just likes to hang his feet over and I'm quite not. So there are our changes today, and yeah, we're just going to have to keep flowing with it. The other really annoying thing is that Bevan's tools have gotten stuck.
They're not stuck. COVID last night, so we're here, what are we, 28th of February, is that correct? Yeah,
it is the 28th, yeah.
Tomorrow morning I was meant to be going down at like 4 a.m. to go and pick up my long-awaited tools, all our personal juicer,
which we shipped before Christmas.
Yeah, so it's been like over 2 months. Now, I was getting excited, as an understatement, to pick them up first thing in the morning. Last night, probably 8 o'clock, suddenly there's a COVID outbreak in Auckland, and they've closed the borders as of 6 o'clock this morning. So I am no longer going. We'll apply for exemption. We'll see if that pops through. And then, otherwise we've got to wait, possibly another week, another whatever. But then they have charges for storing it, so that's what I'm worried about. They give you 4 days once they release your items, which was last Wednesday. But then there was a mistake with the paperwork of our shipping number was not on the paperwork. Then they did not get it approved till Friday, which then it was too late to go down because I was doing my truck course to get the license to drive the bus. And then they did not pick up on Saturdays, which was ridiculous, I think. But so that's the other.
Been a bit of a mull around because Bevan's tools are a piece of his identity, and he needs them, and they'll make building the bus so much easier because he's been using his brother's tools and his dad's tools, and
which is great.
It is, and you're very grateful
to be able to have that stuff. But it's I'm making do with what I do rather than have everything that is for a specific item of the way that I build. But that's all right. We will get there. You get setbacks, and you just got to move on.
That's true. Thank you. What are you about to do, Bevan?
Waiting for you to take your phone off so I can have the music back.
And then?
Just got to trim down this piece of ply for the shitter.
No swearing in this video. We have children watching. For the loo.
Just making this, cutting down this ply for the loo.
For the loo. Underbed storage / Stephen bed. Sleepy Steve. How's it going, Dardis? One problem that we have of moving this to now shower and toilet is that our shower hatch that we put in last weekend for condensation is no longer in our shower. It's in the toilet. So great for poo smells. But we're going to have to put another one in. But we're going to put a little fanny thing in up there. Small problem, hey Steve, just a small one, just a small problem, it's all good. Over 2 giant boxes from Perth that had in it, one of the big boxes had in it Bevan's fishing kayak, one for his brother, and then a whole heap of other stuff, and then another giant box with all of Bevan's tools which he needs for his work, with like a whole heap of other stuff like my journals and like some of our kitchen, like our expensive wedding present kitchen gear stuff, and just bits and pieces. We shipped that before Christmas in 2020, and getting it here in New Zealand during this COVID time was proving to be quite the mission. And this week we finally got our hands on our stuff, but it wasn't without an awesome story. So what ended up happening was finally our ship got here to New Zealand, but it was taking, because of COVID, there was a big backlog and our ship wasn't even going to get stuff taken off of it for a couple of weeks, so we had to wait. Finally, our stuff got taken off the ship and we could schedule in to come and get it. Bevan scheduled in to come get it on a Wednesday morning, nice and early before work, because it's a 2.5 hour drive, 3 hour drive to go get it. All booked in to come on Monday. Sunday morning, Auckland goes into lockdown for a case of the Rona. So we can't get in. The borders are locked. Bevan can't go get it, so we couldn't go. Then we were thinking, how the heck are we going to get our stuff? Because the shipping container place will only hold it for 4 days, and then you have to start paying very high fees for it to stay there. Even though all the circumstances and the fact we could have got it, but it was their fault, and now we were locked down, we couldn't physically get in. No, none of that mattered. We still had to pay. So this is when we had to put our thinking caps on and go, okay, what can we do here? The absolute brilliance of the people around us here in New Zealand made it freaking happen. Bevan's brother knew a guy in Auckland with a freight company who he asked if he would, do a beautiful favor and use one of his trucks to go pick it up for us from there and house it at their place. No problem. They did that for us. No worries. Free of charge. Amazing. So it's with this guy now. Then he offered to drive it down to the point, to a certain point where Bevan could then drive up and they could meet and that they could get it. Amazing, so they're going to do that. But then Bevan went to drive and he got turned around at a very, very soon border, which we didn't think we'd get turned around that early. Couldn't make it. So that was another morning gone. And all of these mornings, by the way, are time that Bevan has had to take off work. Then Bevan goes, okay, it can get as far as this and he can get as far as that. So Bevan just called this random company in this town that he knew would have a forklift, because it needs a forklift to get it off the trailer and put onto Bevan's trailer. He just called up this guy who he didn't know and explained our situation and asked, would it be possible if you could use your forklift to lift it off and put it onto ours? And he was like, no problem, we can definitely do that. So these people that we don't know drove our stuff all the way from Auckland to Kaiwaka, which is like a 2-hour drive, for free, amazing, to this other company who we don't know, who willingly used their machinery to take it off and sort it all out and get it onto Bevan's car for us again, free of charge. And then we got our stuff. How freaking amazing is that? People are so awesome. And we are so grateful to have our stuff, because Bevan's tools is so freaking important to our bus build. We've been building on borrowing and it's just been hard. So, fantastic. It's our stuff. Huh? The shops? Yay! Our things have arrived. Thank you. Unstress, did you meet the electric fence? Hey? And you were so upset that you hid under the bus, didn't you? You're not very happy, are you, darling? Got him on the nose. He was having a sniff. He's a bit more of an emotional boy than Stephen, so it's taking him a while to bounce back. You feel like you're safe there? Hey? Oh, you sucky boy. He's so sad.
He's like, have you been struck by electric fence on your nose?
Hunter, we promise we didn't do it to you. It wasn't us.
Mr. Steve, he's like, play with me. Play with me. You got the ball? You got the ball?
You happy, Steve? Steve, you're happy. No more, Steve. No more. No more, Steven.
What's happened to your brother? What's happened to your brother? Eh? Steve, what's happened to Hunter?
Console him.
Console Hunter.
Is he okay? Is he okay? Yeah. Oh, you're so happy, Steve. Come on.
Come on. In the car. Come on.
Doesn't want to come out.
In the car. Come on.
It's okay.
Come on.
Nothing's going to get you.
Hunter, come.
Come on, we're going home.
Hunter, come.
We're going to go in the car. Come on. It's okay. It's okay. Come on, darling.
Electric fences aren't everywhere.
It's alright.
So cute.
Big baby. Thanks, fella.
Madness.
Are you okay? You're gonna be alright, okay? It's okay, darling. It's okay. You're safe.
Alright, this is fishing storage behind the kitchen done. So I've used some scraps fly for this one because it's not seen, and then used the good stuff for actually shelving. So at the bottom there I've got 3 runs that do 2.2 meters long, and then those top 2 are 1.4 meters long. So it's going to go in behind because we're moving the cabinets forward, and it'll just be a good use of space to fit all my fishing rods, you know. Just, anyway, that's that project done. Woo, let's fit it.
We are just headed back to the bus to go visit Bevan and see how he's going with the building. There just really wasn't anything for me to do today. It's just gotten to the point where I've cleaned everything that I can clean up until this point, and now it's just all building stuff, and he was so in the zone today that he just headphones on and going for it. So I came home to do a little bit of my own work, and so now we're going back for a visit. So let's see how much he has done. Hi. Awesome. How awesome is this big bit of storage that is going to be hidden behind our kitchen cabinetry, and perfect for fishing rods all the way down. I mean, this is where my plants and spices and things will sit on top with a little lip that comes above for the kitchen cabinets. Perfection. And here we have more framing happening for our bathroom. Toilet, shower. Awesome. So we've now returned a couple of hours later, and Hunter has decided that he will not be outside and that he's now an inside dog. What are we going to do?
Oh, at least he likes the bus of his own.
Yeah. You can't stay in here forever. You can't stay in here forever. Go and face your fears. Go on. So the hot water system is going to go here, and then Bevan's going to build some cabinets out over it so it's not an eyesore, and it'll look all nice and pretty. We have just spent the morning at the beach, haven't we, boys? We were at the beach And now we are going to go and visit Daddy at the bus. Yeah? And Hunter, you're not going to get zapped today, are you? No. Let's go see the progress that old Bevs has made today. Bevy has been busy being a plumber, and he has been working on all of this here, and he's put in the mixer here. And now, what are you doing now, Bev?
Resetting the waste.
Resetting the waste so that it not only comes out from our sink but also from our dishwasher. That is a future thing. Not right now, but we will have a dishwasher because Bevy wants one.
Obviously it won't be for the off-grid, but we are hooked up. Why not?
Why not?
Sick of doing dishes.
Yep, me too, Bevs.
Alright, update video. So, yesterday had a productive day, as well as today. Framed out the rod holders. So for fishing, I've done all the plumbing. So, waste, got the hot water feed, cold water feed, fitted the cabinets. Alright, we've got the Kelly Pond in. Now this is the existing one, we decided to put it back in again and see how that went. And I have fitted, alright, the mixer, we've got our feed, and now down here I have re-plumbed and done all the new joiners of the existing stuff because I didn't like the way they had done it. I've got a shut-off valve so I'm able to do a water feed from a tap and then bypass the pump, so when we're connected to tap water we're able to do that instead of going through the pump. And I did a bit of a water test, that all came up good, and a bit of a clean, so it's been a busy weekend, but it's all looking good. So that's us signed off for now. I'll try and get some stuff done during the week, but otherwise it's next weekend, get back into it. Might look at doing the ceiling possibly next weekend. Yeah, anyway, go!